Hey everyone, what's going on? Michael Lamoth here from Enrolling Mastery. All right, so today is part 4 of the training, and we're going to do a quick recap. But today we're going to talk about the plan after we do a quick recap. So the first thing we talked about on day 1 was the problems, right? And for most people, it's a lot of calls with no enrollments, right? So 50 plus calls with no enrollments, right? Second problem we talked about was, the call falls apart after you give the price. Number 3 is can't overcome objections. You always get I want to think about it. I need to talk to my spouse. It's too much money. It's only like 3 or 4 you usually get. You can't overcome them. And then the fourth thing, which is the most important one, is you really don't know what's going on, what's going wrong on the calls, right? So we go from the problem, then we go into the possibility. All right, let me fit it on one side of the screen here. And I will get my writing better, that's for sure. So hopefully I can even read this. Jeepers. Possibilities, you show up, 100%, with certainty on the calls, and you can enroll clients at will. And then 2, you have complete control over the call, and you're committed, and so the price is never an issue, right? So you focus on commitment versus price, okay? I have a hard time reading my own chicken scratch. Third possibility, so you go from, I should have probably went back and forth. The third one is you can't overcome objections. 2, objections seldom come up, and if they do, they won't have legs to stand on, okay? And the fourth one is you don't know what's going on in your calls, and you are crystal clear of what's going on with your calls, okay? Then we brought us into the principles, okay? And the principles are, there's nothing wrong with you. You're just doing something wrong on the calls, okay? The second principle is mindset isn't enough. You need to have the skill set behind it, okay? And 3, the truth will set you free. You need to speak your truth. The most important person to speak the truth to is yourself. We tend to lie to ourselves more than anyone else, okay? And 4, what you think the problem is really isn't the problem, okay? Then we move over to production, right? So what do we need? What are the strategies? What do we need to get, in place so we can start overcoming this, right? So the first thing you need to do is you need to identify what you're doing wrong on the calls, because until you do that, then how do you fix it, right? It's like I said about the getting to a place without the destination, without the map. If you don't know where you're going, then how are you going to get there? You're never going to get there, right? 2, you have to master the enrolling process, right? So after you learn what's going on in the calls, you need to figure out the whole process. Get everything dialed in so you have systems and processes to blow up objections before they even come up, okay? Number 3, speak your truth. Speak your truth. It's the hardest thing for people to do. People are so worried about what other people think, and they can't show up 100%, 1,000% unapologetically as themselves. And then the fourth thing you're going to have to do to speak your truth is you have to smash limiting bullshit beliefs, and you need to create a bulletproof mindset, okay? And that's going to bring us into the plan today, right? So let me zoom in a little bit. Talk about the plan, okay? So the first thing you got to do is this is a must, you have to listen to at least one of your calls a day. What do you mean? I'm too busy. I'm taking all these calls and all this stuff. You need to listen to one of your calls a day. There's no way around it. You need to do it every day. You need to get the reps in. Like today, I didn't want to do this video. I'm tired. It's late, and it doesn't matter. A whole mess of bullshit came up, and it's easy to put this off. But I'm doing it. I don't care. I need to get the reps in. I need to get better at this. Okay, and you need to listen to one of your calls every single day. You have to. Okay, and I get it. If you have a 2-hour call, and maybe not the whole call, but you got to listen to your calls. Okay, and you should. First of all, you have a 2-hour call. You're doing something really wrong. If you can't handle it in an hour, 45 minutes to an hour, you're going way too long. You're not controlling the call. Other people have control. Anyway, the second thing to do is to timestamp your call. What does that mean? Okay. It's very simple. Okay. Actually, you know what? I don't know why I'm not making my L's the right way. That's funny. Timestamp your call. So I don't know what kind of format you're following. Most people have similar type of formats where they have like an introduction, hello, how's it going? Or where am I, where do you live? Small talk, rapport, whatever you want to call it. So you want to do that, and then you have a part where hopefully you're at least framing the call. So here's what we want to do today. Here's what we're going to do. Something, whatever you say. So you put okay, rapport goes from whatever 0 to 3 minutes and 47 seconds. And then, 3 minutes and 50 seconds, I frame the call. And then, I go into, whatever you want to call it, go into the pain, go into what's not working, go into whatever you call it. Most people, it's going like what's going on in your business, what's going on in your life, what's going on in your health, whatever the thing is. So you timestamp that. So at 9 minutes, I go into that, whatever it is. Okay. And then, from 9 minutes to whatever, 28 minutes, it's the pain, right? And then you go to however you break it down. There's all different processes. The simpler the better. I like to have like the rapport kind of phase, where you frame the call, the pain, the pleasure, so you can create the gap, and then you have hopefully have some type of like a qualifying spot in the call before you go over your offer. Then you say, okay, I gave the price at 47 minutes. Objections came from whatever 51 minutes to whatever it is. So you break it out all down ahead of time, right? So then you can go into the call, and you should do this on all your calls actually, even if you don't listen to them all at once. You should have the call, Sarah Johnson, and then you have the little notes, the timestamps. Okay, the timestamps are great. So then if you say, okay, well, I think I'm doing weak in I'm not getting to the real pain, or my rapport is weak, you can go right to every call, right to the 15 minutes, and boom, I can go into the pain right there, and you can listen. Anyway, that timestamp, I went way too long on that one, but it's okay. And then number 3, this is essential too. It's not just listening to the calls, like when you're driving, okay? I mean, that's better than nothing, but you want to listen to the calls, and you also want to make notes while you're listening. Okay? And when you're making the notes, I like to put timestamps. So I use a program called VLC, and I bring the calls into VLC usually. And there's a shortcut if you use VLC, which is cool. I think I use a Mac, but it's like Option Command and then like the left arrow. It goes back like 10 seconds, which is great because sometimes you want to write down what they said or what you said. And I would do that. So when you're making notes, timestamp the thing so you can go back and listen to the call and say, I didn't know what to say here, right? And this is good for you, right? So if you talk to someone, if you get a sales trainer or coach, hey, what should I have said here? I don't even like to say that because it's never when you get the objection, right? I almost did another video tonight. What time? I gotta hurry up. I almost did another video, like a rant tonight, and I didn't, because if someone posted something silly about handling objections, and it's like I'll do a post on it after. But it's two. You either have 2 different ways. You have the button heads, like I said, or you have like if they're meant to be, they'll come back. You get the fairy that's all woo woo. If it's in alignment, they're a good fit, which doesn't work. It's complete bullshit. Oh, I just want to be my feminine. Yeah, okay. And then you get the other opposite side, which is the masculine close. I'm a closer, and button heads, and that doesn't work either, right? So it's complete bullshit. So. Anyway, number 4. Let's go. Let's finish this up, guys. I still have to do an audio and a text post tonight, and I'm gonna get it done. I'm doing it I gotta stop swearing every day. Actually, I don't have to stop swearing. I gotta beep it out though, I think, so I can use it for other things. Anyway, number 4, last one. Let's wrap this up, guys, and go home. So you have to find. Let me see. Find spots in the call, okay, where you wanted to say something, but didn't. Okay, so Jesus. All right. Well, this is a big one. A lot of people don't even catch this. Where there's something inside you that you want to say, something is off, and you don't say something. You're quiet. They say something that makes you go, "What the heck?" And this is good advice, actually. When you're just talking to people in general. I mean, I did this when this is like good dating advice when I was a kid. I thought when I was this is off topic, but I thought when I was younger that girls wanted guys that were just dicks, and that's not the case. But the thing I realized is when someone says something, I didn't realize how much women test men all the time, and when they test you and they say something, it makes you go, you have to say something and call them out on it. And you can agree with me, disagree, but whatever, I don't care. But in general, that usually works well. And a lot of people are so scared to say something. Just listen to things where you wanted to say something inside you were saying it, and then for some reason you didn't say it. Okay, look for those spots, write them down, and then yeah. All right, that's it. Check it out. I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, take it easy.